how it starts. A man in my class says, "What's the point in learning to dance swing if you're not going to go out anywhere and actually dance it?" So here I am, squashed up at the bar, clutching my money and in need of some Dutch courage. I hope the band come on soon. I've got to be up early. There's nobody from class here, and everyone wants the barman. One moment he's mashing lime and mint, the next measuring rum into glasses. His arms are inked from elbow to wrist. So I lean against the bar and wait for dancing to begin. My mother passed away in August. My father and sister had stepped outside for a moment. My brothers were not around, and nor was I. The hospice staff said she probably had about a week left, but she chose to go much sooner. None of us were with her. None of us got to say goodbye. I was at work, clearing my desk. I thought I would be seeing her the very next day. I thought we had more time. A deeper part of me knew she didn't want any more goodbyes, but still I felt that I had let her down. I dreamt we'd put her in the ground too soon and woke up distressed. But when I saw her in the casket, she looked like a sparrow, grey and precious. That sparrow mother didn't say a word to me, but I knew, wherever she was, she wanted me to live bigger. She wanted me to drink every glass of champagne that came my way. She wanted me to go out and get that big fuck-off tattoo on my left shoulder. She wanted me to wear her fur coat, the one she had left 3 hotel butter portions in the pocket for me to find. In her bedside drawer, there are 2 tiny photographs of my mother, taken years ago. In one, she looks away from the camera, laughing at someone just out of the picture. In the other, she stares straight at me, her expression one of suppressed mirth. Her hair is dark and arranged in a fashionable do, a great roll at the front, and the rest contained in a snood. But I can only remember her with grey hair. She never liked to talk about the past, except in snatches before pushing the conversation away. Very much as she would push me away if I tried to give her a hug. Except once when we quarrelled. She took me in her arms and said, "Oh, my big girl who won't be told how to live her life." By then, her hair was cropped and completely white. As the tremors worsened, hair was easier short. At her funeral, I recite the lyrics to a popular song, words flying from my mouth like sparrows into the grey church. Pyramids along the Nile, watch the sunrise and tropic Isle. Just remember, darling, all the while, you belong to me. The months afterwards roll me around like waves. I take long, salty walks on the beach with the dog and wait for it to pass. One afternoon, I'm overcome with rage and stomp up and down the pebbles, swearing out loud. It's windy and the rain comes down so hard, even the dog whimpers to go home. Out to sea there is nothing, just mist and waves, flinging my words around. Back home, I make chamomile tea with honey and settle myself for the evening. I reread a story that she gave me to type when Parkinson's made typing impossible. There's a particular line that makes me think of the young person she was. My chestnut hair caught up in a snood, ankle straps cut into my GI nylons, their clocks embroidered with tiny flowers, knickers hand-sewn from parachute silk, dancing with D. Soon it is dark, a winter darkness that seeps in from the sea and turns the afternoon to midnight. Dance Taster Sunday, 3 classes. Come along, try it out. I must have picked it up in town when I was wearing her fur coat because the flyer turns up in the pocket. I decide to give my 2 feet a taster. In luminous green leg warmers, thick tights and a summer skirt, I must look distinctly odd. Somewhere underneath the leg warmers, I'm wearing pink glitter plimsolls, some teenagers' cast-offs that I picked up in a second-hand shop in the summer. I'm definitely at least 15 years older than the woman on the door. Her leg warmers are brown, but the silver hoops in her ears are so large they could double up as bangles. The Lindy Hop woman wears baggy jeans and red and white shoes. She gets everyone coupled up. Man, woman, man, woman, man, woman, and when there are no men left, woman, 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 woman. There's a man right next to me, so we partner up. I put my left hand on his shoulder, and he puts his right hand on my back. Like this, says the jazz shoe teacher. She shuffles herself and her dancing partner around, so we can all see exactly where on her back he has put his hand. I place my free hand in my partner's and stick out my bottom the way she's just shown us. We bounce together on the balls of our feet. I'm close enough to smell his aftershave. She demonstrates rock step, triple step, triple step. Then it's our turn, and off we go as if it's a race, a sports day event for the under-10s. She gets us to try it again with little steps. Then she makes the ladies walk forward to the next man. My new partner is a woman, about 6 inches smaller than me. I love your dress, I say. It's ruby red, with 3/4 length sleeves and a wide, wide skirt. If I wanted, I could look down her cleavage. Glenn Miller makes the steps make sense. For a moment I feel as if I'm actually dancing, and I catch a glimpse of my mother then, being swung around on the dance floor, her dress swooshing out, a naughty glimpse of the top of a stocking, chestnut hair falling out of its dew, feet turning in heels. I lose my footing. I lose the rock step, triple step, triple step. I try out all the dances on offer at Dance Taster Sunday. To be absolutely sure, I try Lindy Hop for a second time. It's the perfect distraction. I'm so busy trying to get the steps right and having fun, I have no time for grief. 2 left feet, my speciality, says the teacher as I leave, and hands me a leaflet for her weekly classes. I don't think about it when I'm dancing. It's only afterwards, when I'm on my own, that it hits me all over again. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Oh, but I just love the way we move. And the teacher says, you're a button on his shirt. It's a vintage dance, so if you don't like to be led, girls, this is not the dance for you. It's difficult to be such a small and shiny detail on his outfit. It's an intimate dance, says our teacher. You need to make a connection with his body and between your right hand and his left. Like this, she says, and adjusts our hands. I try not to think as I shuffle, 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 so close to this man I don't know. And there should be a bounce, she says. Ladies, change partners. I don't dance with the next lead, I fight him instead. After a moment, we break away from one another. What's your name, he asks, but fails to show up ever again. I do, though, every week. When I'm dancing, I don't think about it. It's only afterwards. I find myself crying as I walk home along damp winter streets. When I put my key in the front door, all my tears dry up. Week after week, I walk inside the house, holding my grief, like a pair of dance shoes I've just slipped off. The first Christmas passes and the year turns. The apple tree at the foot of the garden scrapes its bare branches against the sky. Will this winter never end? I want spring to stir the deep, damp earth. I want to see snowdrops on her grave. It don't mean a thing if you can't swing. I'm struggling, and my dancing partner is frustrated. Look at me, he says. You never look at me properly. We try the steps again, but the problem is I haven't found a way to give myself to a dance in which he leads. My Lindy Hop love is a stop-start affair. 1 week I can dance, and the next I've forgotten all the steps. After a while I slip sideways into that blank part of my mind. It's better that way. My right arm is by my side, and when the lead takes up my right hand in his, I close my eyes. I think you fell asleep on me, he says when the music stops. All I can think of for days, the motion of the lead's hand reaching down for mine. There are daffodils under the apple trees, and the seagulls are dating. I walk on pebbles without gloves, and the dog flirts with the waves. The evenings are drawing out. It's no longer dark when I arrive for my class. Every so often, I look up at my partners and even smile. Then one of them says, "What exactly do you want to do with this dance malarkey? You keep coming to classes and yet you never go anywhere to dance, or at least I've never seen you." I don't know what to say to that, but he smiles. He smiles and tells me where to go to find good dancing. I try to approach dance like meditation, but I'm so used to leading my life, I can't help it. I just don't trust them, these men who lead but never seem to follow. I don't trust her either, our leader in dance. She makes all the follows close their eyes and gets the leads to manoeuvre us around without bumping into each other. I don't like this, I mutter, but my partner laughs at me. But then she makes all the leads close their eyes and gets the follows to lead for a change. So here I am, trying to get the attention of a tattooed barman, waiting for something I'm nowhere near ready for to begin. I give up my place at the bar to look around, but there's nobody here I know. "Come on, let's go," that voice in my head pleads for home, for my bed, safety, cup of tea, cake. When I get back, a man and woman have taken up the space I left. They're leaning into each other, laughing and kissing, and just then the band start. It's wild, fast swing, not at all like the music from class. I take the remaining high stool at the far end of the bar, almost out of sight. There's a discarded book face down in front of me, a paperback with bent pages and a piece of its cover torn right off. I'm in the lawn seat, the seat reserved for bartenders' friends, which makes me a fraud. No one is looking at you, I tell myself. And just as I'm about to give in and go home, some dancers walk in. A man from class with a woman I don't know. She is dressed in midnight blue, a tailored jacket and skirt. They're followed by others I recognise. I look down at my 1970s nylon dress, the one with the white dots on a sky blue background, and I wish I'd worn something more glamorous. For a moment, just for a moment, I pretend I haven't seen them. Am I going to sit here at the bar and go home in 10 minutes? Or am I going to take the plunge? "Hello," I say to the woman in the beautiful clothes. She has that 40s look all right, in her elegant suit, her black hair with white skin and red manicured nails. My mother always liked to keep her nails painted. The last time I saw her alive, she was sitting up in a hospital bed. I fed her yoghurt with a curved plastic spoon. Her fingernails were long and jagged. I brought out the little kit I had brought with me: nail scissors, emery boards, hand cream, nail varnish. I spread a page of newspaper underneath to catch the clippings and worked as carefully as I could, although all the while I had the exact same ticklish feeling I'd had as a toddler when she used to cut mine. The others are busy taking off coats and jackets and changing into dance shoes. They don't notice me and wipe away the tears. Next minute, a man I don't know asks me to dance. I'm so surprised I say yes. This is how it goes. He offers his hand, and I take it. And the horn player is giving it his all, and the singer is nodding his head. This is what they do, these people who carry their dance shoes around in special bags. When they go up to the bar, they say, "Can I have a glass of water, please?" And before you know it, you're doing the same thing yourself. "Can I have a glass of water, please?" And carrying your dance shoes in a special bag, and going to pubs late on work nights to dance, and letting the grief subside, and forgetting all your friends' birthdays because you're having so much fun. They come up to you and they say, "Would you like to dance?" Or they say nothing, they smile and hold out a hand. Or they say, "I just need to cool off, but in a minute, would you like to dance?" So you take the hand and you nod your yes, and you strut as much stuff as you can recall from class, and suddenly they're doing some cool cat low-down move you've never seen before. It's an assertive dance, she kept telling us. Follows. Don't turn unless he makes you. And I'm turning now, my feet beating out helicon notes on the dance floor, flung into moves I haven't been taught yet. I'm sorry, I say, while he smiles. He smiles as if it doesn't matter. He smiles as if it doesn't matter at all. He's doing his thing and I'm doing mine. I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to turn, but after a while, I don't care. I don't care about my lack of dance panache. I don't care about belonging or not belonging. I don't care that it's past midnight on a work night. I don't care about my hot nylon dress. I don't care about the people drinking and watching us. I don't even see them. I am the rhythm and the syncopation. I am the music. I am the tuba with his smooth throat, its coiled body, its wide, wide mouth. I am the guitar and the fingers strumming. I am the dance floor and the ceiling. Look at me, I want to say, as she floats above me. That young person I never knew, with her parachute silk knickers and her heels and her 1940s smile.